Best thing you could possibly do for me right now.
All right, we're recording.
All right. All right. The phone number is 920-233-6038. There's another one that is 920-233-3731. Anybody that wants to contact me, and they can call. I can get one 10-minute call every hour here during basic during phone hours are between 8 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. That's Central Time. You can visit me Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Actually, Monday through Sunday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then you can also visit me on Saturday and Sunday also at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I'm at 1300 South Drive, Winnebago, Wisconsin. Haven't been drugged up or anything yet. But the place here is it's a Winnebago Mental Health Institution or something like that. This why is it not listed anywhere? Ma'am, this is Winnebago Mental Health Institute, right? Yeah, Winnebago Mental Health Institute is where I'm at right now. So, now what's the stories on the YouTubes? I mean, how many views are on the YouTubes that I recorded from the jail earlier?
Looking right now.
Yeah, because I'd like to find out, what people's comments are.
76, 103, 71, 34, 40, 82, 41, 26, 26, 29, 59, and then yours at 7,000.
7,000 views.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate to do this to you, bro, but I have to. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Man, Jesus. Yeah, I only got 10 minutes.
I understand. Hello?
Hey.
Hey, I'm on the phone with somebody in jail. Can you call me back in 15?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're going.
Okay. Yeah, so this is in Winnebago, Wisconsin. It's 1300 South Drive is where it is in Winnebago, Wisconsin. I did not go to Mendota. At the last minute, they told me I was going somewhere else. Now, on the ride up here, I had a sworn deputy in the vehicle, in the vehicle with me, and he was the one that was doing the driving, and he, under no uncertain circumstances, wanted to hear anything about my story, anything about the fact that this judge was committing a crime. My mentor, John William, told me that if I ever did get back into the courtroom, that I would want it to be stating that this court is now charged with human trafficking, because, as I've stated before, under the 13th Amendment, it outlaws involuntary servitude, and as voluntary servitude is okay, which means if you go in there and just volunteer to be the person, or as if you're being represented by a lawyer, that's, to appear in the person or character of another without their consent or knowledge. So he's appearing your person without your consent or knowledge. If you don't object to either of those two things, you're basically volunteering for servitude, in which case that you lose all of your constitutional rights at that moment. There is right now John William. If anybody wants to call him, I'll leave his number. You can call my number is now forwarded to him, and that's now 608-466-9361. That's the old number for Pyrebang. Pyrebang is now down. I'd love to get that back up again, but obviously, have a hard time doing that from where I'm at. It was informing about 10,000. We were getting 10,000 hits a day of all, over 800 members' alternative, points of view, and that's now been silenced. So that's quite the shame. I'm trying to get on the ballot. I've got a book that I'm going to try and get out to a local friend here, and hopefully that will, we can print that up, and that can speak for me while I'm, being stalled up here. The election is November 2nd. And I'm not sure if somebody out there can get me the information and call one of these two phone numbers and let me know when the election is. Also, if you guys can call the sheriff in Winnebago County and let him know of everything that's going on, and I'd like to request asylum in this county. So if anybody, if anybody can get a sheriff or a sworn deputy who's an oath keeper to come down and hear me out and pull the court records from. And the Freedom Movement in general should pull the court records from June 15th and also June 15th at 10:30 a.m. and also May 25th at 8:30 a.m. And you're going to see this judge totally avoiding my questions. literally giving me answers that aren't answers. And on June 15th, he just totally like railed right through my questions and didn't even answer them. And you know, at one point, I was just, you know, like, is anybody going to do anything? Does anybody see anything wrong with this process? What this judge is doing to me? And then he's just like, take him to Mendota, you know, and it was like almost like the king saying off with his head. And it, you know, ironically, that could possibly be what happens, because, you know, if I'm in here and they, you know, drug me up and take what's left of my mind, you know, because I'll tell you, I'm losing it day by day when you know, all these people out there are not protecting my free speech, which is the only reason I ever got arrested in the first place. You know, and there's, now here's another thing, and I keep, you know, go bounce around. That's not because I'm crazy. It's just because I have attention deficit disorder. Is that the cops, and I guess somebody did an investigation and said that it was just a domestic violence issue or something like that, and that's over one email. I mean, it's over one email, and I was complaining to Norman Jacobs about my son's information being available online because the court was dealing with it in Waukesha County, and you can, you know, you can just find that information, and that's just totally not cool. And I wanted that stuff offline, and this guy was putting that information on my YouTube. So, and I carbon copied in Christina. And, you know, you're gonna have to erase that from the recording, man, because I just said her name. But
this is live, dude.
What?
It's live.
It's live right now?
Yes, there's no erasing.
Live over what?
There's no erasing anything.
You're gonna have to delete that name that I just said, dude. You can't put that over YouTube.
I'll try.
Yeah, please try. Yeah, I would hope that none of this, you know, when I've put stuff out and I said erase that, you didn't just go ahead and put it up, man.
Well, I don't have it.
Yeah, so please, I don't know, man. If like I said again, my cousin Tim Delarocco lives in Middleborough, Massachusetts, and he's a pretty well-off guy who, if he was informed of the situation, if anybody can get a hold of him at Delarocco Landscaping in Middleborough, Massachusetts, he would probably come up with the money to get me out of here. So I've been trying to get that information. You know, I got a couple people trying to track it. You know, I had somebody trying to track it down. I don't know what's going on with it, but I got to tell you, it's like I've got people out there that are, you know, not half as reliable as I would be if I knew, you know, that I had a patriot friend of mine that you know, was going through this kind of a process, you know, behind bars, you know. And you know, I've been in court over 4 times, and I still have not had a chance to confront my accusers. I've asked to, you know, put people on stand to question them, and they refuse. And you know, he totally just does not want me defending myself. He wants me to, you know, basically just get a lawyer and have somebody shuffle me through the process and be done with me.
Yeah, it was the same way when I was in jail. The only person that ever showed up was my old lady.
Well, you know, I mean, we got it would be nice to see some unity, and if I can get some folks to call me at those 2 numbers there, you did get those recorded, right?
Yes.
You know, that's where you can reach me between 8 a.m. and 9:30 p.m. while I'm up here. I mean, it's almost impossible to reach me. You can't reach me at the jail, as a matter of fact, but you can reach me here. And I don't know if this is a sign or not, but there's this thing on the wall here for... it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here, but it says about calendars, departments, frequently asked questions, programs, maps and directions, mini news, and it says NEO there for some strange reason. So, okay, all right, I gotta go. My time's up. I've been, you know, told that I need to get off the phone now, and that's how it works in the socialist, communist state of Wisconsin now, even when you haven't been convicted of a crime. Okay, so I'll talk to you later, man. Can you please give me a call, like, you know, like in an hour on one of those numbers, man?
In an hour? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, man.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Christian Piccolo recording, Wednesday, June 23rd, 2010.